Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, the place where we not only talk about what's going on in the gun world, but also how we're going to fix it together. And tonight is going to make you guys smile because Bruen has struck again, and gun control's future is starting to look hazy, if you're catching my meaning. I'm going to be speaking in code in this video. There's some things that I can say very clearly, and some things I'm going to insinuate because we have got some YouTube censorship to get past, but I have got to deliver you this news because Bruen is really burning up somebody's stash. Everything will be linked in the description box below, and I cannot wait to hear from you guys on this one. And if you are new or returning viewer, please consider liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turn that notification bell on. We need as many people to get in the fold as we can to help pass the blessing of the Second Amendment along to the next generation, and thank you so much in advance for your consideration. Now, the content today is brought to you by our sponsor, SDI. I'm going to say a quick word from them, and then we are going to hit it, and I'm going to show you what is causing the hot box around gun control because it is something. Now, I know a lot of you out there like to upgrade and modify your own guns. And if you're looking to turn a hobby into a career, Sonoran Desert Institute can help. Their online programs cover everything from gunsmithing to ballistics, woodworking and finishes, shooting sports management, and more. Plus, all the tools and materials are shipped directly to your door. There's never been a better time to turn a hobby into a career, so what are you waiting for? There's a link right down there in the description box, and thank you so much to SDI for making this content possible. But my brothers and sisters, as I mentioned in the introduction, this is going to be a little tongue-in-cheek. There's some things I can't say. There's some things I can say. Let's just be honest. Bruen is causing these people some headaches, and their eyes are all bloodshot from frustration. But enough with the innuendos. Let's get into the actual article. It is all linked. This is a quote, so I don't get in trouble. Ban on Mary J. users owning guns is unconstitutional. U.S. judge rules. See what I did there with the intro? All right, so what we're going to deal with here is this very similar to a previous decision that we received, I think it was on Thursday or Friday, where the left is going to frame this from a perspective of they're trying to allow users of this drug to have all the guns, and Bruen is unraveling the entire fabric of our nation. This is going to be a narrative contest. That's what we're going to deal with right here. But at the end of the day, it all boils down to the one simple fact. This is not something that anyone has been convicted of, just like the criminal restraining orders, not criminal, excuse me, the civil protection orders, or the medical issues at hand that we're about to talk about right here. All of these things are completely within the law, but the left is going to try to make this about something that it's not. Let's keep going, but understand the narrative is crucial here because we have to master it. February 4th, Reuters. A federal law prohibiting Mike Juliet users from possessing firearms is unconstitutional, a federal judge in Oklahoma has concluded, citing last year's U.S. Supreme Court ruling that significantly expanded gun rights. Talking about the Bruen decision. Now, of course, the Bruen decision did not expand gun rights. The Bruen decision curtailed gun control. That's something the left really likes to do. They like to say it expanded gun rights. It did no such thing. It told gun control states that they could not do certain things. Understand, that's what we're dealing with. But let's continue, because this is going to get somebody all kind of hot. U.S. District Judge Patrick Wyrick, an appointee of former Republican President Donald Trump in Oklahoma City, on Friday dismissed an indictment against a man charged in August with violating that ban, saying it infringed his right to bear arms under the U.S. Constitution's Second Amendment. Now, keep in mind, the people who are going to come out against this, they're going to try to make a narrative for a case against the Bruen decision and against gun rights in this country, are the exact same people who are advocating saying prisons are overfilled because of simple medicinal use. It's something that is classified higher than it should be in the federal system. And it's obviously a problem with our system of all criminal justice since there's an overpopulation due to this specific infringement. After all, it's all medical. However, when you come to Second Amendment rights, all of a sudden, whoa, it's a dangerous subject. Dangerous substance. We can't be having Second Amendment rights mixed in with that. You can't yet understand. The left cannot have both cases, and they stand by themselves. They fall when they fall when they're together. They do not stand. They stand by themselves, not when they. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep going because I'm getting sloppy with my with my fun here. Wyrick said that while the government can protect the public from dangerous people possessing guns, it could not argue Jared Harrison's mere status as a user of Mike Juliet justifies stripping him of his fundamental right to possess a firearm. Again, keep in mind, this is a medical application. Keep that in mind. In this state, and a lot of states around the union, this is a medical application. This is not an actual drug use of the point of what they're talking about. And keep in mind all the previous arguments. He said using Mike Juliet was, quote, not in and of itself a violent, forceful, or threatening act, and noted that Oklahoma is one of a number of states where the drug is still illegal under federal law, can be legally bought for medical uses. Exactly. I've got glaucoma, so I can't have my Second Amendment rights? I say nay. Let's continue because, again, this is going to come down to exactly what we dealt with in the civil protective orders. Quote, the mere use of Mike Juliet carries none of the characteristics of the nation's history and tradition of firearm regulation supports, Weirick wrote. Laura Deskin, a public defender representing Harrison, said the ruling was a step in the right direction for a large number of Americans who deserve the right to bear arms and protect their homes, just like any other American. She called Mike Juliet the most commonly used drug illegal at the federal level, which it is. She's not wrong. And also, another side point, keep in mind, this entire movement was bolstered from the Florida Commissioner of Agriculture, Nikki Fried, before she was ousted when she got defeated going after DeSantis, actually in the primary by Charlie Crist. She was the one that put this forward and actually sued the Biden administration over it. So this is a Democrat thing too. This is not just Republicans, conservatives, but they're going to try to paint it as the Bruen decision running amok in our nation. And here is where they try to tie it together. On Thursday, the New Orleans-based 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals cited that a decision is in declaring unconstitutional a federal law barring people under domestic violence restraining orders from owning firearms. See what they did? They tied all of this boogeyman up into the Bruen decision and then expanded gun rights. And the Supreme Court is far out of step with the nation. It's not at all. All of these things are not a conviction. They are not a felony. You do not deserve to lose your Second Amendment rights. I'm not advocating for anything of Mike Juliet. That's not my thing. I don't care. My whole point is, just because it's an existing system, it's existing in the system as something that's questionable, doesn't mean you lose your Second Amendment rights, similar to alcohol or tobacco use. That's just what I'm saying. Everything is linked in the description box below. Let me know what you guys thought of my code, and I will see you on the next one. Braden, signing out.